Right now, somewhere beneath a boat you'll never see, something massive could be moving through total darkness. No sonar catches it, no camera finds it, no scientist has ever filmed it alive. For decades, people have whispered the same wild idea: what if the Megalodon never actually went extinct? We've explored less than 20% of our own ocean. That's less than we've mapped on the surface of Mars. So the question isn't crazy, it's simple. Could the biggest predator to ever exist still be down there? Let's start with the size of the mystery itself. The Megalodon was not just a big shark, it was a monster by any comparison we have today. Estimates put it at up to 18 meters long. That's longer than a city bus, with jaws that could open wide enough to swallow a small car. Its teeth, the size of a human hand, are still found today on beaches from South Carolina to Australia. Officially, the Megalodon vanished around 3.6 million years ago. But here's where things get strange. The ocean is enormous, it's dark, it's cold, and in some places it's almost completely unexplored. So scientists started asking an uncomfortable question. If the ocean can hide creatures we've never seen before, how do we know Meg isn't one of them? To answer that, we need to look at what we actually know. In 1938, fishermen off the coast of South Africa pulled up a living coelacanth, a fish scientists believed had been extinct for 65 million years. It had been swimming this whole time. Nobody noticed. That single discovery changed how marine biologists think about extinction. If a coelacanth could hide for 65 million years, what else might still be out there? Research vessels like the Okeanos Explorer, run by NOAA, have spent years scanning deep ocean trenches with remote submersibles. They've found glowing jellyfish nobody had named, ghost octopuses with no pigment at all, creatures so strange researchers had to invent new categories just to describe them. The deep sea keeps proving one thing: just because we haven't seen it doesn't mean it isn't there. Now here's where the Megalodon theory gets interesting, and where science steps in to shut it down. In 2013, Discovery Channel aired a fictional documentary claiming the Megalodon might still be alive. It sparked a wave of belief, except there was one problem. It was completely fabricated. No evidence, no sightings, just a story dressed up as fact. So marine biologists went back to the real data. A 2014 study analyzed the extinction pattern of the Megalodon using fossil records and ocean temperature history. The results pointed to a specific culprit. Around 3.6 million years ago, ocean temperatures dropped, food sources shifted, and a new competitor appeared: the modern great white shark, smaller, faster, and more efficient at hunting in changing conditions. The Megalodon needed massive amounts of food daily, roughly the weight of a small car, just to survive. In a cooling, shifting ocean, that requirement became a death sentence. Yeah, that's a rough way to go extinct, but here's the part that keeps the mystery alive. We haven't explored the deepest parts of our oceans, places like the Mariana Trench, in anywhere near the same detail as we've mapped land. Roughly 80% of the ocean remains unmapped and unexplored, according to NOAA. So scientists still don't know exactly what's living at the extreme depths, in the coldest, darkest, most crushing pressure zones on Earth. At those depths, the pressure would be like balancing dozens of jumbo jets on your body all at once. Nothing that large could easily hide from modern tracking, satellite thermal imaging, or sonar mapping used by research fleets today. And that's the key detail that ends the debate for most scientists. A predator the size of the Megalodon would need to surface, hunt, and leave a footprint we simply haven't found. Not once, not anywhere. Still, the fossil record leaves one gap that fascinates researchers. We don't have a confirmed extinction date pinpointed to the year, just a window of time drawn from teeth, fossils, and ocean chemistry. That gap is small, but it's enough to keep the question alive in public imagination, even when the evidence points firmly one way. So where does this leave us? Modern deep sea technology is evolving fast. Autonomous submersibles like those developed by the Schmidt Ocean Institute can now reach depths of 6,000 meters and stream live footage back to researchers in real time. Environmental DNA sampling, called eDNA, allows scientists to detect species just from genetic traces left behind in seawater. No sighting required. If a Megalodon-sized predator existed anywhere in our oceans today, this kind of technology would very likely catch its trace within years, not decades. That's why most marine biologists agree. The Megalodon is gone. Not hiding, gone. But the reason this mystery refuses to die isn't really about the shark. It's about how little of our own planet we've actually seen. So here's the full picture. The Megalodon ruled the oceans for millions of years, then disappeared as its world changed faster than it could adapt. Every serious scientific study points to extinction, not hiding. But the fascination remains because our oceans are still still mostly a mystery to us. The ocean isn't empty, it's simply waiting for us to discover what's still hiding below. If you enjoy exploring the unknown, there's plenty more waiting beneath the surface.